Street Fighter 6 has dropped this past Friday, and I'm happy to say that it's an absolute blast to play. I love it so much. I figured with the new release it'd be appropriate to look at our esteemed roster of fighters and talk about it a bit more in depth in a full roster review. I've been waiting to do this one for quite a while, and I have so much to say on all of the characters, so let's just jump into the full ranking of Street Fighter 6's roster. Before we start, hi, I'm Zak Not Kyle, or Zak for short, and I talk about video games as they pertain to creative writing and popular culture. I'm currently studying for my BFA and MFA in creative writing, and I'd love if you stuck around for some funny, goofy content. Subscribe with the silly red button, like this video, and comment your thoughts on the situation below, and without any further ado, let's get into this mess. Before we get to the categories and individual characters, it's important to talk about the amazing balance of characters in this roster. There's characters of every body type, ethnicity, race, age, and more. I personally would have made the base roster 24 fighters though. I would have pegged a few characters in particular for a game like Street Fighter 6. The roster is diverse, the colors and vibrance is at a 100, and the fights get crazy as all hell. If Balrog, Poison, Birdie, Hakan, Ibuki, and Karin were here, we would have had what I think would have been the best roster in recent fighting game memory. Also, honorable mentions also go to Rose, Sakura, Mika, Sagat, Zeku, and Vega. Oh my god, I wish Vega was in this game. With our base roster of 18 and total roster of 22, I think we have quite the group to work with. I split them up into 3 categories, being the evolutions, the reworks, and the newcomers. I'll explain more in a minute. I'll go character by character and explain why I think they deserve their spot or didn't deserve their spot. I'll also talk about what I think could have been improved and what I like the most about each character. Let's get started. We have a lot to go through. So we're going to start off with the evolutions. These are characters who weren't put under the metaphorical microscope too much for this installment of the franchise. They are normal sequential evolutions of their characters and they won't hold a ton of the discussion. So Blanka felt like a normal evolution of a fighting game character to me. I don't have a ton to say on him for that reason, but he does add a nice pop of green to the roster. I'm very excited to see Blanka on the cast, and I think he was a good pick for this time around. I could have also seen Blanka put in the DLC for extra hype sometime around season 2 or so. I just don't know how necessary he was on the main roster, but I'm always down to have him around. Chun-Li is next in this category. I don't think her upgrade needed to be too drastic. A simple, clean execution is perfectly complemented by her heavily gradiented abilities. When it comes to the characters of Street Fighter 6, taking their effects into consideration is quite important, while Street Fighter 5's designs need to rely on base design a lot more. Chun-Li's effects take more dominance in action, so I think this color-blocked, refined look is perfect for her. Dalsim is also a more subdued design for the Street Fighter 6 roster standards. I think that we have a character that balances out the intense colors and vibrancies of the rest of the roster, and Dalsim's eccentricities and his abilities make his neutral tone stand out in a big way. Guile is another one whose changes weren't too drastic, much like this entire section, but he did grow some facial hair and has a color change to his wardrobe, probably done to match Cammy, who we'll discuss later. Unlike other characters in fighting games with larger-than-life hairstyles having their hair toned down as of late, Guile keeps his iconic long hair, and I'm quite happy with his inclusion. Ryu pretty much grew facial hair. His costume did change slightly, as did E Honda, but where they differ is that E Honda's silhouette fully changed, while it could be argued that Ryu's didn't do much evolution. I don't think this is bad by any means though, and our poster boy of the franchise is coming in hot for this new generation. And now Zangief. Jesus, this man is attractive, but aside from that, I can appreciate how Capcom changed up his outfit from little more than underwear to pro wrestling tights. Zangief's charisma and expressive nature carry a lot of his design, and I love him for it. His outfit also does have more detail than past iterations, which is always a nice touch. The rework is the next category of characters. These are characters who are from Street Fighter's recent history and have completely transformed as characters other than a couple pieces of their outfits. There's some specific examples I can point to in regards to what I mean by this, and why not start out with who I believe to be the best rework of the bunch. Cammy is fantastic. I think that every detail was carefully considered so that she could be the best character she could become in a new era of Street Fighter. I think that Cammy's changes along with Guile's were well executed to make these two feel like a unit. This is a fun little detail I also picked up on, but the longer straps on her jacket make her silhouette the same as when she had her braids. That is genius. 10 out of 10 full marks slay. DJ is another one that had my jaw on the floor. This is Street Fighter 4 DJ. Like, this isn't even the same person. This DJ reminds me a lot of Eddie from Tekken canon. I live for this design, and all of the vibrant colors reflect the lively dancing figure of modern DJ. I love the detailing in the base outfit, and the shades tie together so unbelievably well for me. E Honda could be the iffiest one to put in this category, but oh damn, he really did have a silhouette change, didn't he? I like that he has shoes now, that's a plus. Also, his abs are gone, which are something I always found mildly questionable in his design. Honestly, I really like the draping design he's been given, and I like his placement on the roster since he took forever to get in the last installment of Street Fighter. Juri is the baddest bitch. I love her so much, and no one will come for her, or I will come for you. A bisexual icon, goth girl, and lover of violence, Juri's outfits reflect her personality nicely, and her colors pop against that muted black and white outfit she has. I also like that a lot of her colors also reflect the bi flag. That's just a little detail I picked up on. Well done, and I'm glad Juri is here to slay. Ken was pretty controversial upon his inception for this roster due to his divorced dad energy he's giving off, but why am I kind of down with this? I like the whole vibe he's giving right now, and I do wish his colors were more vibrant to match this group, but I like his silhouette, and I'm quite into this new direction for the Street Fighter mainstay. And finally, for this category, we have Luke. For such a recent short run on Street Fighter V, Luke was reworked pretty heavily, and I'm all for this. Luke's redo entails a hair color change, but his outfit color theory is largely the same. The outfit color blocking is quite nice and feels refined and ready for the new poster boy of this game. Although, can someone please give this man shoes? Like, he has to be hurting. And now we move on to the newcomer. This is the final category of the roster, and it's characterized by those who are having their first showing in Street Fighter 6. They've never been playable in other Street Fighter games before, and we don't have much to go off of as far as references go. Something I find interesting about the newcomers is the fact that 4 out of 6 of them are women, and I think this was done to balance out the more male-dominated returning cast of the game, and I think was a good choice for the space roster to even out the gender balance. Starting with Jamie, this feels like a great new addition to the roster. I didn't expect Jamie to pack such a punch with his appearance, but oh, did he. I do personally like his second outfit a lot more, but this early 2000s jumpsuit turned modern feels like an amazing standout design for this newcomer. JP is an awesome character, and the vibes he brings are phenomenal. However, my real critique for him is the fact that his secondary outfit wasn't the main outfit. How did this not happen? I'm so mad. Aside from that, JP's entire aesthetic is amazing, refined, secretive, and bold. I love it. I'm gonna go out on a limb here, and feel free to disagree with me if you want to be wrong, but Kimberly is the best character not just of the newcomers, but of the entire roster. She is amazing. This is modern Street Fighter at its best. Kimberly got the Collector's Edition figure spot for a goddamn reason. Not only is her base skin fire as hell, but her second one is on the same top tier level. Like, holy shit, dude, she's a god. She's fun, spunky, colorful, entertaining, and perfect for this game franchise. Kimberly, you will forever be famous. Lily is next up. I like her personality a lot. She gives me the same vibes as Klee from Genshin Impact in a great way. Are you tired of the doom and gloom of Ryu and Ken? Well, you can throw tomahawks at people with a wide grin on your face like you're a kid in a candy store. I love her energy a lot, but her outfit less so. I wish she had longer shorts because it looks like she doesn't have pants on, which is very odd. I do like the top she has, though. The jacket is really cool. Marissa is amazing, and she is a queen. The vibrant pink hair against a muted canvas of an outfit is perfect. I love the contrast. Also, her absolute stature. A 6'8" powerhouse is exactly what this game needs. Zangief, I love you so much, but you have an amazing counterpart now, and I will praise her endlessly. Manon is also really interesting. This haircut is an amazing silhouette. I like the blues on her outfit a lot. They really do her justice. Also, she's only 5'9". She looks much taller. On another note, holy shit, her second outfit is iconic. My girls and gays, we are repping this in online play until Street Fighter 7. And that is all 18 characters of Street Fighter 6's based roster individually reviewed. I won't critique the DLC just yet because Aki, Rashid, Akuma, and Ed have not had their models displayed yet and probably won't for a few months. But now, here's my ranking of everyone here. I personally think that the bottom 6 are E Honda, not because he's bad, but because everyone else is better. Ryu because everyone is more interesting than him. Ken because of the polarizing reception of his outfit. Dalzim because his effects lift him up more than his outfit does. Lily because I think her concept was great, but the outfit needed a lot of work. And Blanca because he was the least developed in design. The top 6 for me were Manon because the second outfit was fantastic, but others were better. Zangief because he's the love of my life and the charisma shown through his animation and effects. And DJ because of his full transformation. Juri because she is a badass and amazing to watch. Cammy because obviously, and Kimberly because for being a first-time Street Fighter character, she did not need to destroy everyone in this cast. you'll love to see it. Do I think anyone should have been off the roster though? Blanca did kind of bore me, and Lily did feel a little bit off to me. I think she would have been a great DLC pick, and those are the only two I would probably switch out. I personally wanted Ibiki, Poison, and Balrog in this roster, and any combo of the three probably could have made it just a little more perfect. So to cap this off, Capcom joke, I'll leave. Here's my final rating. For diversity in characters, I give it a 10, for sure. For first impressions of characters, I give it a 9. For individuality, I give it a 9.5. For sizing, I give it an 8 because I do kind of wish it was 24 instead of 18. For a large-scale replay, I give it a 9.5. There is really something for everyone here in such a small roster. And the final score for Street Fighter 6's base roster is 9.2 out of 10. I think that's fair. But that will do it. That is my roster review of Street Fighter 6. What do you think of this format? Do you guys want me to do this for more fighting games? I have a few I would love to do this with, both old and new. Have you played Street Fighter 6? Have you enjoyed Street Fighter 6? Are there things you wish were better? Are there any characters you really wanted in the game, or you're really excited to see in the DLC? I'm very hyped for Akuma. Let me know in the comments below, and we can have a lovely little conversation about everything discussed. But for now, I still have to finish Mortal Kombat vs. DC because, oh my god, watching that keeps having me rolling on the floor. Bye, sis!